This right here is Noahreyli, one of the greatest fighters in the world, and partly down to him mastering this one skill, and that is how good he is at predicting his opponent's next move. And by being able to read players in fights allows you to counter their plays and kill them quickly. This is a skill that is not talked about enough, but is mastered by the top tier pros. Today I'm going through how to predict players like the pros and using that information to counter players and pick up kills easy. I'll show some examples of Noahreyli forcing players into making mistakes so we can predict them with ease, as well as me predicting players in arena, how you can improve and get better at reading players, and not just in-game but in creative as well. There are ways you can work on it in-game, in arena, and ways in creative, and I'm going to show you both of them. So you can understand this concept a bit more, I made this amazing paint 3D drawing earlier. So at the top we have win the fight, because obviously the main goal is that we hopefully win the fight in game. Then underneath we got predicting players. This is how we got to aim to win the fight, hopefully, and by predicting players in fights you can finish fights so quick, it's unreal. It's how pros are able to run around dropping 30 bombs, 40 bombs, even 50 bombs in some of these most recent cups, because they're just so good at finishing fights quickly, and predicting players is one of the greatest ways to do it. Now when we're predicting a player, what we're mainly relying on is them making a mistake, which is why mistakes here linking to predicting player, because all these all link together, and what we're doing is predicting the player after they make a mistake. That is what pros do, and they get so many kills from doing it in game. And at the bottom three, we got ways you can force a player into making a mistake, and being able to do all three together is like the ultimate formula into making people make mistakes. At the top, we got pressure. When a player's under pressure, they don't have time to think, and it puts your enemy in a very uncomfortable position. A way Noahreyli does this is by shoving cones and ramps. I don't know if you've seen it, he does it all the time. Video, loads of people are doing it now, but he shove loads of cones, as many cones and ramps and stuff in people's boxes, and it forces them out, which is one way you can force them into making a mistake. The second one on this list is damage. When we damage someone, this again falls under pressure, but when we damage someone, their instant reaction will be to med up, look for counter damage, box up. So when we got damage and pressure together, we got an increased chance of them making a mistake. Last, we got speed. This is the one Noahreyli is very good at, and when we can apply pressure quickly and rush them quick with constant damage, we are putting them under so much pressure to make a mistake. I think speed is the hardest one to master though. I'm not sure if any of you tried pushing someone super quick. A lot of the time you don't have control over everything and you'll make a mistake. So finding that right balance of speed so you can be quick, applying pressure, but also being able to control so you don't make a mistake and the enemy can get a big counter shot damage back on us. If you watch Noahreyli, when he pushes people at speed, he's so good at it. There's hardly any times, there's a few times when he'll drop on someone's wall and he'll try double swing his pickaxe or something and he makes a mistake and a player punishes him for it, but a lot of the time you'll see he does things at such speed that players can't even react. They don't even know what to do. There's times where people literally just give up against it. That's how quick he is. If you look at one of his YouTube videos, the amount of times you see people, he full pieces them, people just stand still and just give up. It's unreal. I think I saw it at least 2 or 3 times when looking through clips for this video. So speed is definitely an important factor. So that's the formula. When we combine all 3 of these, it's near enough impossible for your opponent to not make a mistake, and that's where we can read them like a book and get that full piece and pick up a nice quick kill. Let's have a look at some clips. First of all, we're looking at Noahreyli from his most recent YouTube video, and what we're going to look at is what makes him so good at predicting players and how he uses speed to force them into making a mistake. First of all, take a look at this clip. Watch how he's able to pressure people just using his quick mechanics, and how he's able to force his player into making a mistake and sitting in the corner. Okay, that was pretty quick, but let's slow it down so I can break down exactly what he did. So first of all, you see Noah uses mechanics to full box all around him, and watch this. See how he sees the player is running at the wall? I'll skip it back, it was really quick, but you'll see he edits this and he gets his crosshair out, puts it on his head, sees the player comes running towards him, hits him 108. And then from here, he obviously just takes him out and peek and finishes him off. You see what Noah does here? He full forces him to sit in this goal. It doesn't matter what this player does. He has made a mistake. There's nothing he can do, because if he turns around and starts pickaxing that wall, Noahreyli is just going to pressure him no matter what. And he's probably going to pick up the kill, ending up getting his wall and probably getting a cone or ramp or something in his box as well. And if he runs out this way here, as you can see, Noahreyli owns this wall. He's just going to reset that and edit it and place a wall behind there. And then obviously, if the player runs out this way, which he did, Noahreyli does this. Now, in this next clip, we actually have MrSavage. I'm pretty sure he's in a pro lobby. I don't know. I think it's like a scrim game or something. But you see how he uses pressure with Evo Chrome, which is literally the best AR in the game right now. Especially if you want to pressure your opponent, you need to be taking the Evo Chrome. The amount of times I've seen pros force players into making mistakes so they can predict players with this is unreal. If you're WKing, this is go-to AR, as it shreds through walls, so you can apply 2 of the 3 principles to forcing a player into making a mistake. You've obviously got pressure with the fire rate and how quick the AR shoots, and obviously speed as well. So first of all, what we're going to see here is Savage full pieces this area here. This is how he predicts them. He knows they're going to fall straight down, so he full predicts them here, sprays up with the Evo Chrome, it shreds through the wall super quick, takes them off guard, and they kick up a nice couple of eliminations. And obviously a nice little refresh for the 2. This is actually a pro team as well, so this is what Savage is doing against pro teams. And if you watch Savage, you'll see him, he does it all the time. He gets so many refreshes from applying pressure with speed to people. The amount of times he'll like knock people down and kill them is unreal. He gets so many kills from it. If you watch a Savage video, just look out for it and you'll see it all the time. And it's a great way to pick up a ton of refreshes. Now we're moving on to how you can learn to predict players. We now understand the 3 principles that forces players into making mistakes. Now we need to look at how can we take those mistakes players make and just turn it into predicting people. Now first of all, it starts with watching the player you're against in the fight. You need to constantly watch your enemy. If you don't already have visual audio on, turn it on. This will literally be your best friend when reading players. I'm going to show you a clip of how I was able to use visual audio to predict this player. Right, so now moving on to the clip here, what you're going to see is obviously this guy ramps up. I get a little double edit on him and see how the visual movement here, see how I can see it and it goes, look, see how I can see it go to the right? And I instantly flick my build to get the full box on him and then finish him off with a little 80 and nice little AR beam to finish him off. And this is why you need to be using visual audio. It is so good for situations like this where I can literally see right here, he's moving to the right. I can quickly flick, get the double edit and hit 90 and get a little refresh. And this also works in game as well, of course. So you need to make sure you've got visual audio on. Now the next way to be able to predict people is by watching people. Look at their behavior, see if they're looking at a wall to the left with their map out, or maybe they rebuild the wall and instantly turn around, hinting that they're editing out the back. This is a little stuff you got to watch for, because pros always see this, like a clip of Noahreyli we saw earlier where the player was running at the wall, then pulls out his map. Noah saw this and was able to hit the pre-fire on him because of it. This is all just like little stuff you've got to look out for, and you'll get so many kills from being able to read players, looking at the visual audio and just trying to predict what the next move is. Next, I'm going to talk about a way we can actually improve it. And this first way is in creative. I'm also going to show a way you can improve it in game as well. But first of all, we want to load into a 1v1 map. I'm just going to load into this map here. If you guys do not have this map, then the code's on screen now. But you can literally just queue up, make sure it's on public match, and then hit play. And it's simple as that. And you'll go in with some random guy, and you can just 1v1. Alright, now we're in. Hopefully this guy doesn't kill me straight away. I'm going to talk about just a little bit about when you're boxed up here. Let's say some guy's pressuring me now. A lot of the time, it's got to be instinct to go to the right and edit out this way. This is because in Fortnite, we're constantly like right-hand peeking, and right is just like instinct for us. It's just instinct to constantly think about that right side. So if you try it in game, you edit out to left, it just, I don't know, something just doesn't feel right about it to me. Like, I mean, obviously, unless you go to edit out the right and some kids put like a double edit there, you're going to turn around and go to the left. But one thing a lot of people don't do is turn around. Like, it's just the dumbest thing ever someone can do in a fight. So let's say I'm on the roof here. All you probably have to do is obviously watch out for the visuals here. Now, all you've got to watch out for is when you like try to take someone's wall is whether he's going to come out to the right or the left side. And there's a way we can kind of trick this here. And we're going to do it by approaching from this wall here. When I'm approaching from this wall, the guy's most likely not going to edit out this way, of course. Which means he can't edit out this way because we've got this edit here. So there's only 2 ways he can edit out from now. And like I said before, it's unlikely you're going to turn around to edit out. So a lot of the time, if you're like that, he's going to edit out to the left. I mean, not always. So obviously, you have to watch out. And it does depend on the player especially as well. But now I'm going to show you guys why you're actually playing 1v1s wrong and how to play them correctly. So a lot of people, when they go in 1v1s, they do this. They literally just like full free build. I don't even know. Just look, I've got no control here. I'm just full free building. And this is how fights go on forever, by the way, when you're just free building like this. Just spamming random cones and stuff. Instead, to make fights quicker and to obviously improve the way you can predict people is by just constantly looking to predict your enemy. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to show you. I did actually earlier. I full pieced him. But constantly look for ways to predict your enemy. Just look at the visuals. Try and get high ground and apply those at least two of those principles. You want to try and get pressure and speed at all times on him. There we go. I predicted him coming out this way. And now this is where we can proper apply pressure. Now, you got to be careful with speed just like that. I made the mistake of being just too aggressive and made the mistake of him just running at me. You've got to obviously be careful of that and take smart angles and stuff. So, just be super careful. Let's try predict him. See? Let's get the little full piece here.
A few moments later.
See if we can get... Oh. This is a problem when people like have like a full free build playstyle. See there how he had a full free build playstyle? I could literally just stand there and shoot him. This is why you're playing build fights wrong. Don't be full free building. You're going to get punished for it. It's super unrealistic as well. Like, when are we full free building in game? Apart from if you know Noahreyli in Arena. Apart from that, when are we full free building like in a tournament or something? It's so unrealistic. Wait, this guy's actually kind of good, like, defensively. And defensively is probably the easiest time to pick up kills on people, especially if you're good. You can predict people so easy because they get kind of lazy, I'm going to say. Impatient, and a lot of the time you can kind of predict someone's going to, like, hop on your wall or something. I might let him take a bit... Yeah, I'm going to let him damage me a bit so I can kind of show you. Hopefully don't die. Oh, I died. Okay, in this next part, I'm going to try and let him damage me a little bit, so I kind of show you what it's like on the defense. I probably shouldn't have took a lever either. Is he going to hit me? He's just free building. Oh, no, what a shame. He's hit me. Now you can see, look, it's so easy to try and play on the counter and predict people. Like, you can predict people so easily when you're playing on the defense. Bruh, come on. I've just realised he put on 175 health as well. Look at him, little clip monster. Trying to go for his clips. Nice. Right, now you can see properly on the defense how I can visit this player really easily and what he's going to do. Just like that, I've cracked him. See, it's super easy. You can do this in game as well. It's just the easiest thing to do is predict people when they've damaged you. It's just so unbelievably easy. It's crazy. I'm going to do it again on this guy. If you don't believe me, let someone hit you. Oh, don't do that. Don't hop in his box and nearly die to him. But let someone hit you and just play on the defense and try it out. It looks like he's left. So every time you're low on health, don't think, oh, I'm dead now. Just see it as an opportunity to get an easy kill. Wait, this guy's in game chat.
Oh my god.
His reaction. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna leave it there, and then we're gonna go into arena now. I'm gonna show you how to predict people in arena. Right, I'm back in the lobby now, and I'm gonna show you how you can do the same thing but in arena, and how you can improve it actually in game. I think obviously creative is a really good way to constantly be fighting people and constantly improve it, but the most realistic practice, let's be honest, is arena. And creative is good because you can do so many 1v1s in such a short amount of time, and you can constantly just keep improving, but it's not as realistic as just hopping into arena game and trying to predict people. But creative is definitely the place to start, and then I recommend moving on to arena. I feel like once you've got an understanding of the three principles and how to use them on people in what situations, etc. in creative, I think taking those skills over to arena is a great way to get as close as you can really to tournament experience. But now I'm going to go through how you can do it in arena. Right, once you're in arena, I recommend landing like a W key spot, first spot on the bus, or tilted towers, or somewhere like that, and just W key absolutely everyone. And you should only have one thought in mind, and that is, what is my opponent going to do next? I recommend probably like sort of commentating to yourself everything you're going to do and everything you predict him to do. I think that's like obviously a great way to try and learn it. Oh my days, he's shooting me. There's a kid there. Oh my days, that was a free kill. Right. He's gonna end it. He's definitely gonna end it. He's gotta be forced. He's getting pressured too hard. Wait for the edit. And there we go. I managed to wait for the edit and then predict him. There's people over here. Let's see if I can try predict them. I was waiting for that. I knew he was gonna run at me. I was like, you know what? I can just see it. I can sense him running at me. Where is he? Oh my days. There's a guy right there. Surely he's gonna try pressure me. Wait for the edit. 39. This player's gonna peek. 25. He's waiting for me to go for something. Crack. Let's force him down. Let's put some pressure on him. Nice. Let's go. Come on. He fumbled under the pressure. Oh, there's someone coming here. He's going to build up. Come out to the right. Oh my days, my wall didn't reset. Oh no. I was waiting for him to go there. I predicted wrong and I took the punishment for that. I think that's definitely one of like the biggest issues with doing this is you may die like a load of times in arena just trying to predict someone and getting the prediction wrong. But I feel like every time you die, if you can just try and take something away from that, then you're definitely learning. So even still, it's good. I know next time if I'm in a situation like that, the guy's gonna go behind me. I feel like you kind of get the point and see what you have to do to improve it. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. If you did enjoy, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably also enjoy how to master off spawn in Fortnite, and you can watch that by clicking on the banner on screen now.